Hi, I'm Karen, and I have primary lymphedema. Most people think I'm an easygoing type of person, that I don't get bothered by too many things. But one thing really pisses me off, and that's when I see the ads for the compression stockings featuring models with gorgeous legs. Or recently there's been a video going around Facebook about how to get compression stockings on, and it's done by a person with a regular leg putting on what looks like pantyhose knee highs that have absolutely no compression whatsoever. So that pisses me off. Anyway, my friends on Facebook said, well, Karen, you should do a video about putting your own stockings on. So that's what I decided to do. First off, this is my leg. I have lymphedema in my feet and in my legs. These are my compression stockings. I have a toe cap, and I also have a very, very custom made compression stocking. This is 30 to 40. It actually has even a little pouch here where I can put padding in case it starts cutting off the circulation. And it has these little grooves up here so they don't slip. That's very handy, especially when I'm kickboxing. So starting off, I put on the toe cap. This is sort of like putting gloves on a 2-year-old. They really don't want to get on. You really have to make sure it's going on each toe. Now the baby toe doesn't have one because it doesn't like being compressed. Another thing with them is that you have to make sure they're very dry before you put your stocking on. So in the morning after you take your bath, you usually have to wait at least a half an hour before you start. Now, I do it a lot easier than most people because I'm very strong after going to the gym for as long as I've been going. I've gotten strong enough that I can actually pull it up mostly by myself. But I do need the gloves to get them on properly. Sometimes getting the gloves on is just as hard. Anyway, once the glove is on, you start moving the stocking up your leg. This can be a very long process at times. There was a time this summer when it was so humid, I couldn't get them on at all. I just got very, very angry. I was at it for at least an hour trying to get them on and they wouldn't get on. I finally threw them across the room, swearing. And that's when I realized, I just didn't know. I said, well, why am I even doing this? I said, why am I even, it's just a pain in the butt. After I calmed down after a little while, I went and I realized, well, after 2 decades of having pain, compression stockings actually made it so that I didn't have pain anymore. And so I went back to the stockings, put them back on. And yes, I call them my friggin' socks. And so whenever I have to get them, put them on, if I have to take them off, I say, oh yes, I gotta go put on my friggin' socks. Other people have a lot of difficulty getting them on. Some people need 2 people. Some people need devices. Here's some pictures of some devices that people use. It's not as easy as a lot of people think it is. I have friends who call me in the morning and say, oh, do you want to go to the craft fair? I have to think, well, I have to take a bath. Then I have to wait at least a half an hour to get my socks on. And then, so it'll be at least an hour before I can go out. Or sometimes at night I take off my socks and someone calls and say, oh, Karen, you want to come over for a cup of tea? And I have to say, oh, shoot, I just took off my friggin' socks. I can't go anywhere. Things like that. It's sort of a pain in the butt. But in the long run, it's worth it. It has taken away a lot of pain. I know that some people can't use the compression stockings. I suggest you find certain types of wraps to use, but compression has done wonders for me. And I really think most people should be using it. Now, I know most people every person with lymphedema is different. There's some people who have it a lot less than me, some people who have it a lot more than me. So I figured I'd be a good representation of what putting on a sock normally is. This is not a how-to video. This is how I do it video. As long as you can get them on, just be happy. Anyway, it's time for me to go. I'm spending my morning at the gym. So thanks for watching.